culture often focuses on looking and feeling young. Wellness coach and author Patricia Greenberg is encouraging others to embrace the aging process with her new book, It's Okay to Be Old. Patricia is here now with more on how we can do just that. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
So far, so good. It is Tuesday. The week is moving along. We're feeling good. We're looking great. Talk to us about how we can maintain this speed, Patricia.
Yeah, so one of the things that keeps coming up for all of us now is we're aging and we don't want to. We're fighting it tooth and nail, trying not to get old. But in reality, it's important to embrace your age because really, when you want to say, you know, I'm here, whatever age I'm at right now is the best age I can be and the best day that I can have and the best life that I can have at any age. So the first order of business I always say is don't care what people think, pursue your dreams, go after the things you love, the things you want to do with your life, because you have less time going forward than you have behind you. So now's the time to do it.
Oh, that's great perspective. And I always say, too, lean into that wisdom, that experience, right? That's what makes today better than yesterday.
Absolutely. One of the things that I say is do not care what anybody thinks and say to yourself, okay, this is where I am. And you know what, and many of the things that, you know, we thought about as a youngster about what being old is has completely changed.
Right.
I mean, people are running marathons in their 70s. People are traveling all over the world, starting businesses. You know, we hear that 60 is the new 40. Physically, it really isn't. I think you have to pace yourself and take very good care of yourself, but you can do anything at any age. I have friends in their 80s and 90s doing extraordinary things. I see it every day.
Patricia, talk to us about that. You know, with that, you know, you need resilience, right? You need to be able to continue to put one foot in front of the other, to adapt to the changes in our world. But at the end of the day, those are decisions that you make, individual decisions made by you.
Absolutely. Just throw away everything that you've learned about aging before and understand that, yes, you are older, then you have to pace yourself. But here's what I've learned. The title of my book is It's Okay to Be Old, Thoughtful Acceptance of Your Age. And that's exactly what it is. Instead of fighting and trying to work so hard to get to the top and be competitive, just be thoughtful. Say, this is what I can accomplish today. And, you know, you hear this thing about people are slow when they're older, slow to respond, slow to do things. It's not slow in the sense that they can't do it. It's slow in the sense that people step back and really think about, how do I want to answer that question? How do I want to approach that problem? Do I want to get into an altercation with someone or just stand my ground? And that's what resilience is stopping and thinking about, okay, I've been faced with this before, maybe once, maybe twice. And if you're older, probably 100 times, and you say, I got through it once before, I can do it again. And take care of your medical needs, eat well, exercise. We know all those things are important, but do it for fun. You know, grab a buddy and go for a walk. Be out in nature because it's beautiful, not because you feel like you have to.
Yeah, this is like deja vu, right? Oh my goodness, we were just there last week. Talk to us. I know you hinted about this earlier. You mentioned having friends in their 80s and 90s. Talk to us about why what you've taken away, why it's important, but what you've taken away from having those intergenerational relationships with other folks.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. That's so important, is that young people tend to shun the older. Oh, by the time I'm 40, I have to have A, B, and C done. No, you don't. By the time I'm 50, I'm going to be a grandparent. I'm going to be too old to do the things I want to do. And 60 and 70 and beyond. And what we're learning now is the same prejudices that young people have against older people have against younger people. It's very, very important to surround yourself with people of all ages. Even if you're at a point where you want to downsize, move into a community of 55 and over, have young people in your life, whether it's a sport, whether it's an activity, travel. Always make sure there's people of a wide variety of ages that you can talk to and you can share your life with. And you'd be surprised what everybody can learn from each other and be inspired by.
Yeah, embracing those melting pots. How vanilla would that be if everybody was just the same, right? Nobody wants that. Embrace those differences. Okay, talk to us about some practical advice for leveraging life experience in personal and professional context, because those two things can be different, but all the same as well.
Yeah, it's the first thing I always say is with yourself, be completely honest about your age and say, okay, this is the age I'm at. This is what I'm capable of. This is what I can do. So when you go into whether it's a job interview or it's a relationship or I don't just going to the store and buying something. Just say, I'm older. I have the wisdom. I don't need to freak out. I don't need to get flustered. Using your age to your advantage and everything that it brings you actually will make life a lot more peaceful. And that's the idea. You want life to be more peaceful and more calm. So when I go out for whether it's a new client, because I do wellness coaching, or I'm traveling, or I'm just in my day-to-day, I say, okay, what's worked in the past for me and what hasn't? And you can honestly say to people, I've reached an age where that doesn't work for me anymore.
Yeah.
This is not what I like to do, whether it's dating, whether it's a job, whether it's just socializing around people. Using your age to your advantage in everything you do will bring you peace. You want to go take a nap? Go take that nap. You want to go sit leisurely in a restaurant for longer than you used to? That frenzy when you're younger, you got to get up, you got to be there, that hurry up and wait. You don't have to do that any longer. You don't have to prove anything to anybody.
Yeah.
And really that shines through.
Takes what serves you and then leave what
Correct.
doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Patricia Greenberg, thank you so much for your time this morning.